Hi, I'm Carolina Massey from Greater London Tutors, and I'm going to give you some information on how to teach certain subjects. So these are the basics on how to teach literature. You can divide literature up into different sections, for example prose, whether that be fiction or non-fiction, drama, poetry, and just help a student to identify the different divisions of literature. So, for example, if you're teaching of Mice and Men, you might want to start by looking at the context. What are the socio-economic factors that are the backdrop of that novel? You'd also want to look at the author. Then you'd want to break down the characters, look at the characters, what inspires and motivates those characters, what's the character's journey in the novel, what do we find out about the characters from their actions and from their relationships with other characters. What do the characters say about the other characters? Then you'd want to identify the themes in the novel. So, for example, with Of Mice and Men, you might look at friendship. Again, when you're coming back to socioeconomic factors, you might look at something like the American Depression, nomadic farming, that sort of thing. It's really important to use different materials, so having a multi-sensory approach. So not just making them read the novel, but also perhaps watching the film, if you can find any audio materials or other visual materials, pictures, things that make it relevant, make it interesting, make it exciting for the pupil. There are loads of different websites that you can use which help the student go through all the different things, the context, the author, the characters, where they can do research on the author, on the context. And it's really important to help them practice a sample question. For example, again with Of Mice and Men, what do we learn about George and Lenny's relationship? And it's always important to use point quotation comment when answering an essay. So when an essay is being written, make the point, use a quotation to back up that information, and then comment on the quote. So using, explaining the quote that you've chosen and how that's relevant to the essay question. These are the basics on how to teach literature.